Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, The Realm Reborn with...
Me, Tiber.
There was absolutely nothing that happened. No, I didn't, absolutely fail miserably at starting the episode.
I'm not editing the video.
Shut up. Shut up. What video? there was nothing to see! Our friends, the very...
This is a
I
giant
myself,
pen.
everyone, and everything.
You should be used to it by now.
No, it avails us not to speculate. Uranger, I think they said it was. Oh, whatever. Uranger will send a word if there are any developments. Until such time that he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is in our power to change. With this in mind, I will speak on a number of matters, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which have previously been attributed to the god king Mughal the 12. That king is no more as a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the Twelves Wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance that of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest that the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you...
Interruption.
Celia? I do not wish to interrupt you, but we have a problem.
Oh god, what's going on now?
What is the problem? Manner of the problem? A band of refugees hailing from Uldaz this time. They are coming to Revenant's toilet-seeking asylum. It would seem they are expecting us to afford them the same treatment that we gave the Domans. At present, they are at the seventh heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was not unexpected. I shall meet with them at once. Celia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate so many more people. Considering what has happened, if you do this, word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Sisters, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. If nothing else, I can use my new shiny rod and beat them over the head with it.
Yep.
That's what it was made for, right?
Indeed.
This rod was made for smashing. And that's just what it'll
Smashing
do.
in their face.
One of these days, this rod will go right up in your face.
Space.
What?
I am disappointed.
What? You're the one that had the dirty mind that thought about it.
Draggle-tailed refugee.
Draggle?
Draggle-tailed refugee. I don't see a tail or a ponytail or anything draggle-like. What the hell's a draggle?
Draggle? Guess rough? Housed? Yeah. I don't know. Apologies for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Trav, be praised, it is you. Are ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done.
Sorry, give me a second. I'm just having a look to see what Draggle... To make
Face,
something
you're recording.
dirty or wet, typically by trailing it through the mud. Oh, right, okay, yeah. Pray, calm yourselves. I accept your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation.
Beg your pardon, Antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off scraps of old for years now, trying to pierce together a life to replace the one that got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Otters wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. Flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. It's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. Then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. Shakes head.
I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true we accepted the Domin's patronage for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand, that is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been afflicted by the calamity. And so, it is with great regret that I must deny your request.
Ah, damn it. Skipped it.
But we've nowhere else to go. You turning your back on us?
If I might have a word! Tartaru, is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphinaud has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it may be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone.
That can't be right. Why would they? It must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells, now the blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new rife, at least help us keep the ones we've got.
Yeah, do that. My lady?
I gotta say, I love that bartender in the background.
We are not ones to stand idly by while innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aids we can provide, if any. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions.
How can you be so blind?
Find Alphinaud, and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side.
What about his sister?
Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter that we discussed earlier. Yida and Papalymo will see to it. Alphinaud has been treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, sisters! Walk, 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 walk.
Look, seriously, how hard would it be? I mean, we could probably hire these people. Like, what's the thing? Like, it costs 10 gil to feed a person for a day or something? Or, like, how does that work? What is the value of money in this world?
I have no idea.
Ah, you used return.
Wahahaha. Wahahaha. Well, have you not got yourself linked to this etherite?
No, I do. It's just, no.
Well, you know.
What? It's gonna be all business as usual, I know it.
Whereabouts are we to go?
Adventurers Guild.
Oh. I don't know why I'm teleporting. It's probably going to be slower for me. Yeah, well. I hear movement. There we go.
Alphinaud's looking pretty fine to me.
It might be a sister.
It says Alphinaud.
Oh. It might be a sister. I do have a feeling that his sister is probably going to be standing in from afterwards. for
It's
a short
voiced.
period. Oh, it is? Oh, crap.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
Okay, I've just finished quite well.
Ulda, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ulda is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Uldan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy?
So why haven't we
What
gone
place is
and
there
like
for those
taken
who fled
back
Alamigo
Alamigo
and
yet?
the destruction of the calamity?
Because it's been destroyed. The land's absolutely
Plainly,
wrecked.
there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Uldan way of thinking, they may as well not exist.
Like seriously, we could go there, kick everyone out of there, and say, "Hey, Alamigans,
To
come farm
ignore their
again."
existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted
Oh,
more and
dude,
more
how rude.
Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Hey, we're here. We've killed gods and saved them all. Let's go
Yeah,
out
but
there.
this isn't really a case of killing everyone we can.
No. It's like we go out there and say, "Hey, calm down, calm down. If I see any of you lifting a sword in my direction, I'll kill you all." Y'all get it? Okay, good. Now calm down. Let's talk.
As I told you before, it was all but inevitable for an incident of this kind to eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this, in particular riot, may not have begun spontaneously. I have piqued your curiosity then. Good. Then you will have to accompany me to the Hall of the Eternal Flames. I would hear what General Ruban has to say on the matter. Na 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 na. Where are you going, Tyrant?
Not the right way.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, excuse me, I think I'm gonna sneeze.
I've done it a few times already.
Ah, pardon me. Okay, it's not over yet. There we go.
Now is not a good time, sisters. My hands are full dealing with the refugees.
Hi, I'm
We
on
know.
another set of hands.
3 sets of hands.
Precisely what matter we wish to discuss, General.
Alphanod, back on your feet already.
You may credit my swift recovery to your... Oh god,
Chirurgeons. Chirurgeons. I guess.
Chirurgeons.
It's like surgeons, but different, I suppose.
My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled, though. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation.
Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Fanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents. Progress is slow. They are damnably elusive.
I can well imagine, given that the majority of the refugees live outside the walls. It stands to reason that they would know the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little incident, I observed that several refugees were armed, and not with butcher knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that the tensions between the Uldans and the refugees have certainly increased since the Domans were turned away, but what could have motivated a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. Oh, but could that? Sorry. And what of those that have not even had a single guild to spend? Who could not survive without aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would have sooner sold a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors.
Come to the point.
Very well. My point, General, is that this is a powder keg of discontent was not lit alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and
now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. We do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. You're becoming less and less reasonable, Raban.
well, he's a militaryman. He's gone about. The
He's
General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim without necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk the responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents for the refugee aid. Regardless, they will face hard criticism for the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in you and your abilities. Therefore, I propose that we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make the inquiries in the settlements suspected of harbouring belligerents. Commander Swift will know of which they are. He may bark at the request of such information, balk at the request of such information, but I've no doubt he can be persuaded to give you some with a silver tongue. Oh my. I, meanwhile, will seek answers of my own, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we?
No.
Anyway, oh, no, up there, damn it. I started walking away.
You look as though you have something to say, Scheherazade.
Do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Wait, this is the... What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to the recent event, but we doubt it. Suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Off Lost Hope, babe, you should not have called it that.
Well, yeah, let's go to Lost Hope. Yay! I'm sure that'll be a great
And
place.
there's a river right there. How hard would it be to set some crops up?
Well,
I mean, I get it. It's sand, but you know what you can do? You can compost heaps and all that shit. I'm sure these rich bastards throw out a lot of food.
I don't think it works like that. This place is a bloody desert. And this is...
Yeah, I'm talking right along a viable river.
Yeah, you're thinking irrigation, but, you know...
No, I'm thinking adding, like, see, because we've got all this greenery here, right?
Okay.
Got all these nice desert scrub brushes.
Okay, most of which are not, you know, edible, but yes.
Yeah, I know. But like, we've got all this space over here. It wouldn't be that difficult, from what I've learned, to slowly fertilize this ground simply by turning in like compost and stuff, mixed in with the proper chemicals. Like I say chemicals, but you know what I mean.
Hmm. Tiber.
I'm just looking at stuff.
They all break.
Oh, which one do we have to talk to?
Both of them.
I'll talk to Amelberg.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect them to send you, sisters. I take that this means someone read my reports. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I'm increasingly concerned about Zazawaka's suspicions are correct.
Oh dear.
You haven't the foggiest of what I'm talking about,
here.
do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka and he will explain everything. What is it?
What brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well then, you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? Oh, no, you won't find them here. Most of the people who lost hope come to accept this situation and are content to pass the days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that. Like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go.
Zazawaka!
In we go!
Oh, okay, we're just gonna poof it.
Oh, that's well.
Fine, man. I thought you were
I
gonna
want to get my bird's feet dirty.
I wanted to ride your bird, though. No.
Your tail wags more than mine does.
Ah, don't hurt me, I'm not one of them. Wait, I know your face.
Are you not the women from the Church of Saint Adama Landama? What?
Huh? What? I didn't have that.
1,000 pardons, my friend. I mistook you for one of the thugs who have been tormenting us. So the Ulfric bid you to speak with me, and I take it you've agreed to help. Hell be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class up counter, and taking that which is owed. A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you will understand why. Even now, he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. And I've no doubt that the merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. Beg you, find them before he does.
What are you doing? Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Why don't you run away with me? We could escape together. Then you'd be here with me. Be able to soothe me. Why don't you stay? Why do you leave me alone?
He's terrified, not insane.
Well, you know.
Gibbering and Taylor.
Who are you? What do you want? Aye, it is true. I followed the merchant and made the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give you, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the other was so excited. He split us up into two groups, sent us off to our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with the others, but when they started arguing and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and then the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and oh god, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Oh, earrings. All great for you. God damn it. Well, one of them great for you, but that's beside the point. The other refugees, they're hiding in the caves to the south of Last Hope, but if you approach them without, would be fruitless. They'd sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to assassinate us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might give, wait, what? Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox in all their bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if you were the only... If only we needed... If only we never listened to the merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, but the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if we were to force to confront But if we were forced to confront reality, that's it! Challenge the twins to combat, show the brethren that the strongest warriors do not march from one woman. Are no match for two women. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot.
You do realize we are two of the strongest individuals on this planet, whatever.
Yeah.
I get the point. I doubt the refugees know that.
Are you sure?
What the hell is that church he was talking about?
I don't know, it's something that only you got.
What?
It was something only you got. Must have been a side quest you did.
Oh, I guess. See, this is one of the reasons why I kind of wish we'd done all the side quests along the way, because you never know how it's going to affect the story.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have known how it affected the story.
But now we do.
Yes, but only because one of us didn't do it.
Oh.
I mean, I'm all up for doing it.
Hey,
Just,
hey look, it's a crestfallen merchant.
Yay, I guess. It's beneath us. It's beneath us. It's beneath us. Tiber.
I know, I'm trying to find the way down.
Trying to help, but navigate.
You jumped off.
To help you navigate.
We're going down further still.
Yep. Going a slightly longer way. Oh yay, a level 5 fate. Let's complete it, Tiber.
Look at all these F's. You could eat these things.
Possibly.
Someone else, they found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lass. We're more than willing to kill you ourselves.
Really? They're durable for what they are. Double crit.
I think we just killed them.
Oh, that was like 2,400 odd damage, so I'm not
You
too surprised.
exploded them.
Yeah.
No, they're just sleeping. Face down under the water.
I'm sure that'll be fine.
Oh god, there's more.
Yep, there's more.
Fucking you got this.
Yeah. Apart from the fact that it seems to have a shield. There we go. He had Sentinel on. Which I think makes him less vulnerable to magic. Have we bet this not out yet enough?
You beat him like it was nothing. God almighty, what are we gonna do now?
Get your friends' faces out the water so they live? You know, just an idea.
Nah, it's too smart for them.
Okay, that's cool.
Sorry to rob you of all hope, but you're kind of stupid.
It's a bit mean, but whatever. What are you doing? Oh, you're eating.
Yeah. That's how we eat now. We throw it in the air and absorb it through our hair.
Oh. You have to aerate it.
I mean, it's not like certain other games where we actually sit down and eat a meat bun for like an hour.
That's only for healing. Thwarted by a small fence. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better a handful of them take a beating from you than let them go around getting butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was all over? Huh. But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit the others. As I recall, he wished to approach the refugees there as well, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. And now that they have, that's nothing to stop him from doing what he wanted. Or continuing his work, sorry, the acid reflux. Good. How many more will perish in this pursuit of a futile cause? How much more will the suffering must be endured before it ends? Find them, convince them to cease this mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin.
I kind of feel bad because there was a lot of quests to do over here. We never did.
Yeah. Anyway, Tiber. Stop.
What?
Stop. We'll leave it there. So until next time, all the best. And
Later, everybody.
first person view.